Good morning, everyone. Let's go through some beautiful passages of Siddharameshwar Maharaj. Gold has never become an ornament. It is always only gold. By the name, the original thing goes behind a curtain. It is covered with the label. The original thing becomes invisible. The name is used and the original thing becomes eclipsed. It is as if it was out of sight and somewhere else. The illusion is like this. There is no hair on the tongue. To say that there is hair on the tongue is illusion. It was quite funny. You see, this is the whole point, that we have stuck labels not only on people, when we judge them to be this and that and so on, but on ourselves, and then even on events that transpire in our lives. Everything is labeled by us, given a form. And this is what Siddharameshwar ji is pointing to, that the gold gets obscured. And then we just look at the ornaments as this beautiful necklace or this earring or this ring, all made of gold. But it's no longer gold now in the eyes of the beholder. The knowledge may be there, oh yes, this is all made of gold, but the illusion is that the label is now the ornament. So likewise, consciousness, which is the same, when identified with name and form as different bodies, has acquired different names, and we lose sight of this fact that it is the same consciousness in you, in me, in he and in she. I remember when once Ramesh ji was talking about Nisargadatta Maharaj's book, I Am That. And he said, actually, I am that means that is me, you, he and she. Consciousness, that is all there is. Now here's another passage. One who knows that all creatures are God will never use harsh words to others. Nobody insults anyone whom they love, but they will speak harsh words to others. This is the habit of the ego that believes itself to be the individual, the jiva. When we understand that all things, all beings are Paramatman, we should not say anything about anybody. What do I care about him? I don't care. All is our self, Paramatman only. Even at the cost of our life, we should never speak about the defects of others or hurt anybody by word or deed. We should act in such a manner as will be helpful to others. If we have money or any other asset, we should give so that it provides happiness to others. We should behave in such a way that others will be satisfied. This is called physical devotion or devotion with one's body. You see, once again, as Ramesh ji would say, that if one had this deep understanding that consciousness is all there is, would consciousness harm consciousness? Would consciousness hate consciousness? And with that realization, the natural, spontaneous action is to help others, be kind to others. Not really as an act of doing, but a natural, spontaneous action, which, in other words, is living with this understanding. So Siddharameshwar Maharaj goes on, be kind to all and you will feel no need for anything. Compassion for all beings is the best means to destroy the net of illusion. There is no other sin that is greater than evil gossip. Speak well, but never speak evil about others. One who blames others will never get good food to eat. If you want to get good food, you should speak good words. One who talks trash eats trash. The tongue that does not speak sweetly does not get sweet food. The scriptures say that the evil-tongued people get the birth of a pig which eats shit. The man who says good and true things has the power of speech that is always true. You see this, I have to share with you something very funny which happened day before yesterday. And I think Siddharameshwar Maharaj was playing a prank on me. This passage I marked day before yesterday morning. And in the evening, I went up to the building terrace as I have been doing during the lockdown to take a walk. And there are a few other building members at that time. So I was talking to one of them, and he was complaining a lot. In fact, he has always complained ever since I've known him. Either he's complained about the government, he's complained about the residents in the building, he's complained about the managing committee of the building, he's complained about the affairs of the club across the road, and his life is a living and breathing complaint. And the strangest thing is, you see, we were all pooling in our orders for fruits. So each flat in our building was giving the list of the fruits they required, so that the orders were all collected and sent to the fruit person, the fruit wala, who would deliver them together. Because in these days of lockdown, it's a bit difficult, as you all know. Now, this man was telling me, he said, oh, where do I get fruit from? So I said, but haven't you been ordering in the collective like everyone else has? And he said, always horrible fruit. Always the grapes are bad, the mangoes are bad, this is bad, that is bad. And I tell you, I had such a laugh within myself, because it just shows that the words of the master are true. I had read Siddharameshwar's passage in the morning, and I somehow could not correlate, you see, what he was saying about this and the food people eat. And it was as if he heard my thought and gave me this interaction to prove his very point. So I just thought I'd share that with you all. One who talks trash eats trash. My God, I found that so harsh at times. Rameshji was a thorough gentleman, After all, London School of Economics and Bank of India manager and all. But I think Maharaj, Nisargadatta Maharaj and Siddharameshwar were much more direct, uncompromising. Rameshji was also uncompromising in a gentlemanly way. But these masters were quite terrific at not taking any nonsense. It reminds me of one girl used to come regularly to Rameshji's satsangs, and she would wear shorts and come. I think she came every day. I would only see her on Sunday mornings. So one day at the end of the satsang, Rameshji told her, and I won't give her name here, but he said so and so. He said, if you wore these shorts and went to Maharaj's satsangs, he would have kicked you out. But in my satsangs, I have no problem. So let's end there, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you.